Welcome gamers to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So on today's video, we're going to be looking at Onigashima Zoro, the Enma Zoro. So this one is brought by my alliance mate Zetsu. Zetsu. So yeah, you can see the support there, the medals, and the traits there. I think I've had experienced Zoro enough, like fought him enough to know his traits. But he's a really powerful attacker for sure. Like he's definitely one of the top 10 characters, if not in the top five. So we're going to be looking at his gameplays and what's his strengths, his gimmicks, and all of that. So with Zoro as an attacker, like he feels stiff at most points. If you're not using one of his skills like the Ashra or the Onigiri where he can move and do all of that stuff. But he moves a little bit slower than normal attackers. And you can't move forward, a lot with his basic attacks. But other than that, Zoro is tanky and can dish out a lot of damage. But for that, for those buffs, he does like, healing. But you can compensate for that because he's really tanky. But the meta he is at right now, he can tank, most characters' hits, depending on the situation, like King Boost and, being hit by the wrong typing or color if you change your color while using your skill too. So with Zoro, his Zeds went with that Onigiri there. Once everyone uses their skill, which is good. Like with the Zoro, I feel like what you want to do is don't jump in head in fights and get bashed by skills and then just insta die. Look at the map, look at the situation, and after that, time your skills properly. Time for perfect dodge. Like make sure you hit your opponents with your skills, and I think you'll do well. So Zoro, like when he's full HP, his tank, he goes down to below 50% HP quite quickly. But once he's at that danger spot, he gets so tanky. And you see with that perfect dodge, he deals like I think it's 10% fixed damage, so it's like 2 slashes, and then you get a lot of firepower after that. You can just quickly follow up with a skill and either your actual skill too, depending on the opponent you fight. So like Zoro's opponents that he struggles with, it's like the the Pirate King or Future Pirate King, this Luffy, this BX Luffy, and then Uta struggles and a lot of stuff. Like if you don't dodge into Sing Sing, you can get blitzed by her. And what probably with Tracker, you also need to watch out. Like like it depends, because if you change your color while they hit you, you can be in the advantage. And once you have that type advantage, you have that basic stagger. And I also think like you can't be knocked back as well. Oh no, I think it's down. Yeah, you can't be down while you. Oh man, I think it's not back. Something like that. Like once you change color, like Zoro just puts too much pressure with you with his normals, his multi hits, and all of these other stuff. But you really gotta be careful because once you're low HP, you don't have that much heals. You see, an Uta is back there like for Zeds and it's able to dodge that Sing Sing by luck. He was dodging for the meat, but he got the dodge from that Sing Sing while it was behind. So you see, this was an easy match. Like he was just blitzing this game. Like no one could really kill him, and there was no Kaido as well. Also, Kaido could be a menace for Zoro because of the heal block and Kaido's normals with his taking away the dodge. Like Kaido's normals pressure are like among the best in the game. He can really put pressure on you if you're fighting him alone. But he's not as tanky. Like Zoro can take him down. A lot of red units can put damage on him really quick. As long as you don't get hit by the skill 2 of Kaido, you'll be good. You'll get your heal block off real soon, and then get back into the fight with like meat or healing from your traits. So we're in the second map, and we're in this garbage map, the Alabaster Knight. Alabaster Night, some in the evening, some in the day. All of these attackers, all of these maps that aren't really so good for attackers. Zoro does struggle to control the game at because he feels stiff and his normals, they're much more linear. Even though they chase the opponent, it doesn't make him move, doesn't make him move. So he struggles when it comes to the movement department. Like that's why you really need to be careful, right? So when you're like using your normals like tag in one place, and a lot of people can capitalize on that, like launch, those skills, and you can't miss as much. Also, yes, another annoying threat, like Zoro has a lot of annoyances he has to overcome, like that what bad to the storm. That's the typical Alabaster Night map. It's how it goes. You couldn't defend that flag. But yes, EX Big Mom. So when EX Big Moms flame you, you can use your skill to get the type of advantage to dish out all of damage. But when they're in treasure, it's hard to deal damage and one shot them. So that's something you need to be wary of as well. You need to lure them out of the treasure because your basics won't pressure them outside of the treasure. Because once you get a flame by Big Mom, even if it change your type, it's hard to one shot the Big Mom unless it's team boost and you have that color advantage on her. Even if you have that a flame where every hit, because Zoro is multi hit, so he heals Big Mom a lot more with that a flame buff and everything. If Zoro just nullified the flame, I feel like he would be better. Like some sort of status resistance he needed, not just for his skill too, but just in general. Because Big Mom, to really counter Big Mom, you need to stop healing her when you're aflame. That's basically, you can kill her like nothing. That's how like Cracker is like the ultimate counter for Big Mom because of that reducing status effect by 80%, and every time he gets status effect he heals. So these are the factors you need to consider while you're playing Zoro. So he's really good. Like if like at his best, on a good player's hands and like fully optimized medals and everything, 6-star, he's definitely like contending to be like one of the best. You can put like pressure on him, but of course you still need to be reliant on teammates to keep other flags because it does take a while for you to kill and fight opponents. Like for a 1-run, you don't just instant obliterate them unless it's the Usher skill. The Usher skill on like certain circumstances, once you get, I think, once Zoro gets that 50% attack buff on top of that Astra skill, it's just one shot for most characters in the game. Unless you're Big Mom, and that has like if your Zoros are flamed by Big Mom, you can um, just not kill her by your Astra skill. So that match was a flop. They could have almost had it, but Alabasta Night Map is a heavily RNG map, like it's a lag-based map. It always goes wherever like the team boost or the storm hits the most. So you gotta watch out for that. So this map, the Sandora map, it's also a cast map for attackers because when the Kaidos are running around, the Kings are running around, and those pillars fall down, it really makes it hard for attackers to really control the game. So there's a lot of there's a lot of gimmicks and kinks that you need to watch out with Zoro because he's not as he is branded to a certain extent, but not like other characters. So you need to learn a few more tips and tricks to like main him to top tier. Don't just rely on I'm gonna one shot everyone, I'm gonna like blitz everyone, because you see like you need your perfect dodges, like how Zeds dodge that kind of skill, so that you don't get that skill 2 heal block is deadly. Because the normal one is not that deadly, it gets removed pretty fast. But the one where he hits you with the skill 2, it's almost easy because you see now the heal block is removed fighting the Big Mom. And you can see like, and Zoro also, one good thing, he has like 2 normal attack charges. Like if you hold the normal attack button, he only launches 2 slashes, and that second slash, goes longer range, but it downs the enemy. So if you're chasing an opponent that's like playing, red style, push movement style, you can get them like that. And yes, you can also like tap it 3 times and then go with that normal uh, range. So he is, an interesting because like he can be fun for other people who have been waiting for his Zoro. Because it took 2 years for his Zoro to come out, I think, or almost 2 years. Was the last one that came out was the Dressrosa Zoro with that wedding Sanji. That was an eternity ago. Like because Yamato came out on last year's Jump Festa as a Jump Festa EX, so it was not last year, but the year before that. So it was like 2 years. Yeah, it's definitely. Zoro has been neglected, but the way it is worth, he's an EX, he's OP, he's not like some DF unit you're just gonna pay for a month and then they fall off. So he's going to be relevant for a long time with his new gimmick of color changing. Every time someone taps your Ashura skill, you change to the, or it's a disadvantage color. But that can be problematic. Like sometimes you change the disadvantage color and the other teammates, they're all like, maybe you change to like blue and all of the other, other teammates that, they're not red, they're like full chances and all of that. So those full chances now can deal out a lot of damage with their skills. And then look at that, pro. Just bait out the counter. After that, use your Ashura skill to stack up that, lower your HP, and then just dish out a lot of damage to one shot that Shanks. And just, you see Zed's, I don't know what fire condition he was playing in, but he was really slaying it with Zoro here. And I think he's just recently 6-star with Zoro. So you can see Zoro is a menace. Like in good hands, anyone would be afraid to match up with you. But you need to know, your opponent's traits, how to take advantage of them using your Zoro, because Zoro can't cover like for every opponent. So all of these EXs that were released in the 4th anniversary have their flaws, have their weaknesses. Big Mom, for the current moment, for the current meta, is just the least. I feel like that's what, I'm sure you'll see when I make the top 10 list, my suggestions and comments. Let's just focus on the gameplay now, please. I am building up, these characters to show like which ones they're like dominating league now. They're top 10 and everything. Now, I'm sure you've seen my other gameplays. So, lucky that Big Mom Mesa Cannon did stop Zoro to get there. And the reason why the Zoro killed Tesoro there and didn't get gold because hidden behind the shield. That's one of Tesoro's faults, nothing you can do about that. Another thing, if Zoro also got the perfect dodge back to back like Yasop and Rayleigh, that would have made him so much better, because after that, like, he can be punished while he falls down from that animation he gets. He can't dodge again, so he has to use skill 1, the Onigashima invisibility skill, or Asher. So it's easier to read the Zoro plays. I know you guys, like, I'm mentioning a lot of flaws and how to upgrade Zoro, but you need to not play like the average user to really be good with Zoro. So you gotta know that as you're playing with Zoro, you're not supposed to act like this, not supposed to be like this, because people can read you, because they know your traits, they know what you do next. So you need to use your normals to bait, then the dodge, and then wait for the opponent's skill, and then after that, you use your skill, and then it's instant GG's for that. So you need to be more cautious. Don't just go in blindly with Zoro. Got that perfect dodge, but still got hit by Big Mom's skill. And when you're low HP, you see when you have that attack buff, you do a lot of damage with your Ashura skill, so it's really deadly, for sure. So with the smell, that Tesoro ability that he gets, like if you deal like damage like more than 50% of his HP, he gets to gold you, but it's for a short time, like 3 seconds or 2. It's not that deadly, like Tesoro can punish you for that. It's not like Candy. When you're Candy, a lot of people can punish you, but it's way longer than that. Using the dodge glitch, but the skill has problems. That's skill 2. it can aim at the wrong direction. Even the skill 1 can aim at the wrong direction. And with the Astro skill, it's less punishable by the dodge bug, but Zoro's only game, a lot of people can dodge bug it so easy. Like, you need to make the opponent dodge to really punish the enemy. And you see, waited for the enemy's dodge, waited for the skill after they do dodge, and you use the Astro skill, guaranteed hit, and you're done. This is how you should play. Not cat was looking to teleport, or he used his skill too. And then yeah, as you see, like a really good game. So I hope you guys, enjoy the gameplay, everything. Please leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed my commentary, and I'll see you in the next video.